Welcome everyone. In this video I will review the IS-3A Tier 8 Russian Premium Heavy Tank. I will review the weak spots of the tank, I will configure it, and I will review the armor profile at the end of the video. So first of all, let's get started with the weak spots of the tank. In the lower plate, here on the left side hand corner, and in the upper side here we have the fuel tank storage, which means if you pen through here with heat ammunition, you will most likely set the tank on fire. In the middle of the lower plate we have the driver, so if you pen through in the middle you will most likely eliminate it. In the left side shoulder plate and right side shoulder plate here we have ammo rack storage also. In the left side of the turret here we have the commander and ammo rack storage at the back. In the hull we have ammo rack storage here all the way, engine and fuel tank storage at the back. At the rear side of the tank here we have the engine obviously and the engine bay. At the right side of the tank we have same configuration in the hull, engine, fuel tank storage, ammo rack storage all the way up, and in the turret we have ammo rack storage also, and the gunner is here. And the fuel tank storage is, you can set the tank also on fire from the side if you pen through here at this triangle. So let's go now and talk about this tank and the stats of the gun. First of all, we have here a 122mm caliber gun with 309 damage and 530 HE. As the penetration goes, APCR standard ammunition 221mm of penetration, heat ammunition 270 and HE 61. This tank is an auto-reloader tank, which means you have 3 shells in the magazine. The intro clip reload time is 3 sec. To reload the full magazine will take you 44 sec. To reload the first shell will take you 11.5 sec, second shell 14.7, and the third shell 17.6. And when you are starting to clip, you will start from 11.5 sec. You do 390 alpha damage, you can wait to reload again. So yeah, that's the auto reloader mechanism of this tank. We have 5 degree of gun depression, aim time 2.88. This is bad. High value, long aim time. This version 0.44. This is actually trouble because it's really high. The DPM of this tank, if you wait, is almost 2000. If you wait for 11.7 sec to reload, and you should wait reload, so your DPM is actually amazing. So yeah, HP 1550, good HP. Armor we will talk about at the end of the video. The tank has 49 ton, which means we have 520 horsepower. The forward speed is 40, backwards 15, but your average speed will be around 37.5, 38, depends. So the concealment, obviously it's a heavy tank, we don't care about the concealment. The view range is also bad, 350. This is a bad view range for a tier 8 tank. So let's go now and configure this tank to see what's the max what we can get out of it. So first of all, let's get started with the field modification. This at max level, this only for better view range, but we will have increased stun ratio. Other than that, I won't select anything. Let's select now all the good cruise skills what we can have. First slot we have here, we can select ventilation, survivability, or we can select an HP boost. In the second slot we have mobility or firepower. You can turbocharge the tank if you want, but I will select firepower. And in this slot, in the firepower slot, I will select, let's see, for a stabilizer, I will select stabilizer on this tank. And for the third equipment we can have this or this. I will select this because it will give us even more benefits to turn our turret even faster and better stabilization. So the standard ammunition is APCR with 1400 meters per sec, really high shell velocity speed, really fast standard ammunition, and good penetration, 221 for tier 8 tank. This is good base penetration. For heat ammunition we have 820. This is not that fast obviously, but the penetration is 270, which is really good. HE obviously even slower, 790 shows the speed, but yeah. So let's select all this and select the food. let's go now and check the stats. So to reload, the first shell will take you only 10.7 sec, which means we have 2100 DPM, almost 2200. Really good stabilization. Dispersion 0.4. Let's say it's manageable. Aim time 2.63. It's also manageable. With 5 degree of gun depression, the gun depression is obviously 5 degree is bad for any tank. To reload the full magazine will take you 40 seconds. HP 1600 with this with field modification at max level. And yeah, the view range is 417. It's not, yeah, it's manageable, let's say like that. It's good for a tier 8 heavy tank. So let's go now and check the armor of this tank. If you're facing a tank like this on a flat surface, face to face, in the lower plate he has around 200 millimeters, 213, 15, so good armor protection in the lower plate. Upper plate around 201, yeah, it depends. Here he has some extra armor protection where he has some track links. Let's go to visual and you will see this. So at this part the armor is thicker, so be careful, do not shoot here. Obviously, let's go back to live. The turret is actually, the side of the turret is good, around 400. This is it has some weak spots, but it's really good. But the I will talk about the biggest weak spots of the tank. As you can see, the top of the tank here at this plate can be overmatchable with 122mm caliber gun. Doesn't matter the penetration, even 200 and lower, because of the caliber you will overmatch it no matter what. So the gun mantlet here at the upper side is good. From the side, left side, good. Here is also good. The gun mantlet is actually really strong. But the tank, as you can see, has turret ring below the gun. So if you're manageable to hit, if you're managing to hit this, you will pan with 160, 70 millimeters of penetration. Yeah, obviously here the top of the tank. Let's go to visual now. This plate is just penetrable no matter what. If your tank is taller, you will just pan this. So yeah, this is the bad side of the tank. And cupolas obviously just big, but is really tricky to hit. Other than that, let's go to the side. In the turret we have from the start, from the beginning is really good. 200, 250 at the back, 140. Yeah, good turret protection all the way around, let's say like this. From the side we have some space armor, as you can see, really good space armor, and it's around 100, even 200 millimeters of armor protection here. And be careful with heat ammunition to not to shoot here. Here we have below 160, good. Here is 90. Yeah, this is penetrable with some HE rounds, but yeah, other than that, good overall side protection. At the back of the turret we have 70, 80, the engine bay 75, even 120, so overall good armored tank. Here same configuration, and yeah, side is really good, let's say. So if you're loading the heat ammunition, obviously we have only 270. This is tier 10 tanks, obviously even tier 9 has way above this value. The whole tank is green, obviously lower plate, upper plate doesn't even matter, but the turret is actually good, and obviously top of the tank is penetrable, but the turret can actually hold up. But here, as you can see on the left side, we have some weak spot now, and yeah, against heat it's tricky to hit, but yeah, overall good, and the turret ring of the tank is penetrable. Let's go to check the side scrape of this tank. Theoretically, you could side scrape in this tank, but in this case your shoulder plate will be visible and they will pan you here. You have good side protection with spaced armor, but the shoulder plate will be just visible, like with the IS-7 and Object 257, the shoulder plate, so you really can side scrape against high penetrations like 180, 200 and above. Obviously they will pan. And if they are loading the heat ammunition, yeah, below the, next to the gun mantlet here on the left side, you have to be careful. Yeah, yeah, let's go switch to visual. Here you have to be really careful against heat ammunition, obviously, but the other side is actually protected. So yes, overall the tank is really good auto reloader tank. Yes, so thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video.